Hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. The long-awaited Part 55 is here. The cursed Final Fantasy XIV stream is finally going ahead. We had a delay last week because I couldn't sleep. And then today we're starting half an hour late because I slept too long. So thank you so very much for joining me today. I appreciate it. It's very cold. It's hard to sleep. It's hard to get out of bed. And my alarm didn't go off. This is the best part about streaming first thing in the morning, is it is inherently reliant on my ability to sleep instead of being able to stream late at night. So, you know, it is what it is. There are benefits to streaming first thing in the morning, is it gets me out of bed when things work out. But thanks so very much, everyone, for waiting. I am very excited to continue bringing the shadows to Final Fantasy today. Now, last time we finished off the Kingdom of Eulmore, and Feoul became King of the Fairies, so that's good. You know, we've got an in there. You know, we've got a connection to the fairy kingdom. And Ranjit was unsuccessful in obtaining Minfilia upon storming the fairy kingdom. So, some very cool scenes that took place among the mischievous pixie fairy folk. And now we're going to continue with the main quest, of course. And we'll talk to the manager of suites about that. Oh yeah, oh yeah, sorry, the game's not gonna let me forget. This fucking guy showed up. This fucking guy showed up. Very casually too. Very intriguing little scene there. He's like, just wanted to see what you're about. Just wanted to see what you're about there. Good evening to you, sir. I do hope you're well rested. See, this is why I love ending the stream when my character goes to bed, because, like, it's just so immersive. I've just woken up, so this is like I'm in my character's mental state right now. Are we well rested? Debatable. The Exarch and your companions are presently gathered in the Ocular. He asks that you convene with them at your earliest convenience. Nice. That's right, we got no Mercury today. But maybe Mercury might be waiting and leaning somewhere. We do actually usually have Mercury leaning. Mercury's always leaning somewhere. Alright. I'm trying to catch you all before you run away from me. This rain. I'll get some Stygian ash. I don't think I have any of that. But also hello to everyone in chat as well. I do hope you're having a good morning or good evening wherever you are. And again, thank you so much for waiting. I appreciate that. Yeah, look. I see you from the distance. See? It's Liliana. Now we just need Mercury. Nice, look. Full party. A lot of DPSs. Do we have business with the Crystal Exarch? Good morning, Primarch. Oh, good morning, Scions. And Minfilia.
Ah, there you are. You're just in time to welcome our guest.
Our guest? Oh, yes, okay. He's deciding to linger. Surprise.
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon?
The next morning. Literally the next morning. Alright, so he's gonna be sticking around for a while. He didn't just show up that one time and come back the next week.
Lest you forget, I made you a promise. I have no intention of meddling with your mission. I come only to observe.
This is a private chamber and a private mission, so I ask that you get out of my private domicile.
Your Exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity. Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon? Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words, I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
So petty. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Wage your war against the Sin Eaters. Put each and every Light Warden to the sword. Prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies. Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth.
The burden of truth, okay.
Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs. And thus did the olive branch wither and die. Pity. Well, let no man say I did not try, futile as it was.
This man is born for the stage, right? Is like absolutely meant to be up on stage doing Shakespeare.
Though I suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes. Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the eternal are privy.
Only the eternal are privy.
For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
Oh my god, okay. His fucking posture, and then the fucking Organization 13 exit stage right. Like, we're gonna have to deal with the fact that he can just pop in now whenever he wants and go, hello!
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips. Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
Oh, the thing is, there's part of me that actually does think he's being quite forthcoming. Because that would be kind of his game. I also love that instead of just being like yes or no, it's like a colonel. perhaps, or not one jot. Not one jot of truth to that statement, but a kernel, perhaps. I don't know, but if he crosses us, I'll make him wish he hadn't.
I'm sure you will. But consider for a moment. If he meant simply to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did. It goes without saying that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question. But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
Then let us discuss the Sin-Eaters.
Alright, is that all you've got to say?
I would begin by thanking you all for your efforts thus far. In striking down the Light Wardens of Lakeland and Eulmore, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Armarang, and Raktika remain.
Indeed, and their precise whereabouts are as yet unknown. Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
I'll take Armarang in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Eulmore that may prove useful.
Then I would ask that you journey to Raktika. There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
Very nice.
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Urianger used to talk about?
That's right. Though we haven't spoken much since she left for the forest.
I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with me.
Huh.
You have visited her, have you not? Might I trouble you to...
'Twould be no trouble.
Okay.
My thanks. While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
Oh my god, it's an invite to Smash.
What's that?
A missive from Lord Vauthry. He invites me to join him in Eulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Leader Loran.
And? Did he even bother to offer any bait? It's obviously a trap.
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged. Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take. Master Alphinaud, might I impose upon you to accompany me to Eulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance?
Of course.
Then let us make ready. Safe travels to you all.
Go back to Eulmore. Hopefully, don't get caught by the artistic previous owners of your last visit. Is Vauthry a calm and reasonable person? Leader Loran it was good to get that spoken out loud. Once we have Y'shtola, we've got 7 scions. I confess, a great deal of my time in Calusia was spent befriending the people, but that is not to say I gave no thought to our primary goal. Once I've escorted the XIV to Eulmore, you can be certain I will do all I can to discern the whereabouts of any warden that may be hiding in Kalusha. There are so many ruins scattered throughout Amarang, I'm honestly not even sure where to start. We should be glad to apprise thee of Y'shtola's recent endeavors during our journey to Raktika. So he's stayed in contact. Minfili and I are no strangers to Raktika, but this is perhaps the first time we've bothered entering the proverbial front door. At last, I can finally meet Y'shtola. Thancred has told me so much about her. Let's go. Before you leave, I would make a request of you. There is a church, or rather, the ruins of a church, at Fort Job. Might I ask you go there before seeking out Y'shtola? It was a place where people once gathered to worship the light. Alas, it has long since fallen into disuse. Yet within that hole there remains a tablet whose writings, I believe, may prove of use to Y'shtola. At the very least, such a relic would make a suitable gift for your reunion. A most considerate proposal. Ere we depart to Raktika, we shall continue on to Fort Job that we might secure this relic. So I've gone from having like no thoughts, no assumptions, no nothing about Crystal Exarch, because I'm honestly just like I can't figure him out, the man that can pull us to another dimension. But after that face to face with God, what was what's his Ascian name? Emet-Selch. I was like, the way that he's like, oh, it's most peculiar about this guy and his ability to pull you across, and then I'm like, he's not wearing like Ascian robes per se, but I'm like, hooded figure. There's some white in there. There's some black in there. I'm like, what if this dude ends up being an Ascian? What if this is the guy we need to be worried about? And Emet-Selch is actually a good guy. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, maybe he's got fucking Ascian robes on, you know? So let's go speak with Urianger at Fort Job. Fort Job. Probably faster to just leave. Okay, so we've got just got the party of 8 today. Where are all the other gamers at? Whew. And yeah, Mobius, that raid did wreck me as well. Recovering from that one. We finished the Destiny 2 Final Shape raid and the 12-man activity. Very spontaneous Sunday morning from midnight to 5 a.m. Worth it. If you click on a teleport crystal, you can tell it to exit you from the city. Did not know that. I've got to do my role quest at some point. A rendezvous with Lurik. He's been waiting for us. Did I pick up all the ones? So we've got to, yeah, we've just got to do one quest in this area. So that might pop up at some point. Might not be available yet. Once you've gotten all the Aetherite crystals, you get a selection of new destinations. Oh, okay. Here, amidst these ruins, we will find the Church of the First Light, and within that hallowed hall, the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick. Just 1 second. Talk to the other characters. I do not doubt this place may weather another assault by Sin Eaters, but they cannot hope to hold it should the Eulmoran soldiers return. Even with their limited numbers, the Guard can use the terrain to their advantage. Perhaps I can convince the captain to lay a few traps out in the field. Thancred and I have come across the ruined churches before. I wish I could have seen them before the flood. The windows were works of art, I'm told. Stormblood and Shadowbringers is like the expansions that have like pushed me to like actually talk with the NPCs around the quest givers so much more, because they do give that little bit more insight. And like I always kind of ignored the optional dialogue talking to other characters early on, because there's obviously so many characters. But like at this point in the story, I'm like, I need to know what everyone has to say. Oh, okay. Do them all later on. Yeah, I think that's like, even so, that's kind of similar to the previous job quests. Like there was some instances where the quest would expect you to wait a while, and that was usually when it was like between expansions. And then there was also the moment where you do a quest and it would seem like much time had passed if you do them close together. So that is fair though. It is probably a good idea to try and save them until you can smash out a decent portion. A little faith. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites served not as man's final bastion, but as testament to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood, with its inexorable ties, would drown nigh every one, and did all but put an end to the religion as a whole. For the creatures which then did rise from the fulgent deluge were seen as agents of divine punishment, sent to devour sin and sinner both, whence came the name of Sin Eater. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their god. Yet where there is light, there hath ever been shade, and 'twas in the dark they sought solace. The most devout of these worshippers of shadow did then migrate to the Raktika Greatwood, but that is a tale for another time. For now, let us find what remaineth of the chapel here. I tuned to this, didn't I? Yeah. Ungainly guardsmen. Despite their architectural prowess, I can make neither head nor tail of anything in this place. You would think the remnants of a church would be more conspicuous. I have to go underneath. That is funny, reading Oriange dialogue first thing in the morning. That's always what I like to do. It would be most unusual, but mayhap the hall was built below ground. Well, at least it's protected from this rain. I will say, one of my favorite things that video games can do is when you enter a sheltered area and the rain does stop, because there's a lot of games where it doesn't. Also, when you listen to the sound change, as soon as you step out of the rain, it sounds like you're inside. It's such a cozy level of immersion to sound design that really satisfies me. The thunder in the background. So cool. Aye, this is indeed the church we seek. It's surprisingly intact. What little is left of the churches I've seen until now has always borne the scars of decades of disuse. Its subterranean construction hath done much to protect the hall from the ravages of time, yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. As faith in the light did wane, so rose reverence for the dark. And its followers did want for places of worship. To be plain, the standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built them, but to worshippers of the dark, the knights blessed. Who subsequently migrated to Raktika, yes? Indeed, 'twas beneath the shaded boughs of the Raktika Greatwood that they finally found sanctuary. Often many times did Eulmore make spurious overtures of friendship unto them, but they are no fools. The exarch knoweth full well that Y'shtola in her seclusion doth labour to learn all she may of the blessed and their past, 'tis why he sent us here, I now see. The tablet of which he spoke no doubt provideth a glimpse into the history that she so yearneth to comprehend. Well then, we better hurry up and find it. Okay, survey the area. Search your surroundings for the tablet. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target an area and inspect it with left click. That is Thancred. It's gonna be under a desk somewhere, God, I can really zoom in. Oh, there it is. It's very dark in here. You've located the time-worn tablet. Fucking waving and pointing. Within the altar, thou sayest. You don't think to check the altar first? Naught escapeth thine eye, 'twould seem. This is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious, these engravings predate the Knights Blessed. If I am not mistaken, they are written the script of the ancient empire of Ronkan, whose capital once stood in the midst of what is now Raktika. 'Twould be no small matter to decipher them. A fine gift for our seeker of truth. 'Tis plain the exarch understandeth Y'shtola only too well. But come, let us quit this place and make ready for our journey into the woods. We're going into the woods. We're going into the woods. A little sneak peek of the new outfit there. Ariane is ready to leave, but not before first offering a piece of advice. Ere we depart, there is a custom of the Knights Blessed which I feel compelled to elucidate. As one might expect, they deem light to be abhorrent and everything it touches befouled. Thus do they take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is the belief of the blessed that one's own name must never be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. Thus do parents protect their children, and in rare cases master their disciples. So it is that Y'shtola have taken the name of Master Matoya. Lest we offend them, I bid you not speak her true name in the Blessed's presence. Wow, okay. Okay. Master Matoya name change while in another reality. That's pretty great. Love that. With that in mind, let us speak with the guard who keepeth vigil at the Greatwood's border. Hell yeah. Speak with Mirkant. Mirkant. And yet, with Y'shtola, it is quite the back reveal. It's not just the back, but it's the back. Gonna make me go around. It'd be good to see Y'shtola again. I have no reason to, but I can't help feeling nervous about meeting Y'shtola. I pray thee heed mine explanation of the Blessed's customs. 'Twould be ill-advised to provoke their ire. We'll be like, hey Y'shtola, how you going? Mirkant. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? Yes, of course, right this way.
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow. And so he braves the forests of Rak'Tika in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronkan, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
Hell yeah.
We have arrived. Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
Bruh. What the f-
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth. Conquer! Rule!
So you're gonna keep doing that, huh?
Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows? Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
No, I think not. I am an observer, nothing more. Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
Man, he's actually lingering too. Oh my, dude, look at this posture. Look at how he... when he turns to look at me here. Like, bro. Why does he look... he's like a robot. What the fuck is that? What is it now? Do you expect me to regale you with friendly banter? Oh, very well. I will humor you this once. You may consider it my latest act of good faith. Come on, then. What do you wish to know? Oh, why choose this form here in the first? Well, what a curious question. Mortal flesh is but the vessel into which we Ascians pour the elixir of our souls, molding it as it fits the occasion, or not, if we so choose. Be it for a year or for a millennium, I prefer to retain the same form until my duty is done. So after arriving here in the first, I fashioned some hapless body into the man you see before you. Lie. Though as your friend over there can attest, there are those of us who forego such alterations. He was ever the rash one, La Habrea, jumping from vessel to vessel, never heeding the toll it took on him. You have 1,000,000 clone bodies. I guess that's different to an entirely different vessel, but sure. If he ever opened his mouth again, it would be too soon. Linkard has told me of the Ascians what they have done. If he isn't willing to help, is it wise to let him stay with us? It is plain our Ascian counterpart meaneth to follow wheresoever we lead, were it otherwise he would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily it pervadeth every corner, and so as long as the Light Warden remaineth, the Sin-Eaters shall be free to prey upon these lands without surcease. If naught is done, 'tis but a matter of time before the Blessed succumb. 2 years past, a swarm of Sin-Eaters did lay waste unto their largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in so doing. Though some few did survive, they knew not how to go on. Wayward souls in want of a guiding hand. For a mercy, Y'shtola hath provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and thither shall we bend our steps to Fort Gone. Okay. So he's just kind of forced himself into the party, which is something that I really love about Final Fantasy games. You do have the companions that show up, and it's not the most simple of affairs. Sometimes they're also not kind of nice, but they're like, I'm coming with you on your party. So it's a really interesting dynamic, but it is also Emet-Selch, so very curious indeed. Okay, I can see the meme. I can see how this would get stuck in everyone's head. I'm trying to think of the singer and the vocalist this reminds me of. Well, where's this friend of yours we've come to meet? You both know how Urianger enjoys painting pictures with his words, but he did not exaggerate about this place. Urianger said that they were rebuilding, but there's no one here. Yeah, deep forest for sure. I do get deep forest vibes. I was raised on deep forest.
I see little sign of recent activity, nor have any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction. Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Now, surround them!
Oh, shit. Oh, it's an ambush. Emet-Selch putting his hands up is so funny to me.
These Sin Eaters, they're not like the others.
They think we're Sin Eaters? Okay.
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
It's a Sin Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
Y'shtola any moment now. I mean, sorry, Master Matoya. Oh, the temptation. Kupo?
That will seem a lot less amusing when we are forced to kill them.
Why would you say that, Orion, Thancred? You ruined my whole thing. I was disarming them with humor.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives.
Nurse Thancred.
You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so I retire to the shade.
For God's sake.
Good luck.
There! Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
He disappeared into darkness, not light, guys. You see? Here she is. Here she is.
Enough. Runard, report.
Master Matoya!
Oh, yeah. Yo!
We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
Okay, stop that. It's not funny.
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not?
Yes. Very queer indeed. Y'shtola, what are you, gay?
Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company. The one I know not.
Excuse-moi? No recognition?
There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
Oh, she's blind. The ether, and I'm filled with Sin Eater's light. Duh! Doi!
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us.
So guys, I've been awake for 1 hour, okay? I forget that because, you know, she's not blind, she sees the ether, so she's like Daredevil blind, so sometimes you forget that she's blind, even though she's got the blind eyes, alright?
Though he is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but 2 Light Wardens have already perished by his most puissant hand.
She could just have really bright colored eyes, alright? You know? Give us a hug, Y'shtola, it's me!
It cannot be.
Nice to see you too, Master Matoya.
Master Matoya?
Lower your weapons. Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Rak'Tika and its people.
Love that. We've reunited with everyone now. Now we have to wait until... Now we have to wait until she can hang out with Alphino and Alisei, and then it's the full group. But she should imagine him a stranger. Well, it makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. I have remembered that immediately. It makes perfect sense. That ended a lot better than it might have, no thanks to Emet-Selch. Yeah, I wonder what Y'shtola sees when she looks at Emet-Selch then. That'll be most curious indeed. I didn't expect her to be so imposing in person. Is the trailer, or it depends on the music, I suppose. Does Lyra give the go ahead and the okay for the trailer to be viewed? If it is, it's worth it. Yeah, everyone else is kind of literally frothing at the mouth for the trailer. That much is certain. People want me to watch the trailer more than the game itself, I think. Shadowbringers trailer. I'm not going to watch it right this second, but I'll at least pull it up. When I open up the trailer, in the description it doesn't have any music listed, which means it should be free from copyright. So I should be able to watch it without issue. It is definitely probably better for people watching the stream VODs to know that it will appear at the end of the stream, but we'll see how we go. Keep playing the game first. Let's talk to Master Matoya. You've been busy since arriving in the First, I gather, but I would hear the tale of your travails in more suitable surroundings. With Fort gone, yet to be rebuilt, the Knights Blessed have made their home in a settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate and you will find me soon enough. I'll watch the trailer when my breakfast arrives, and so I can take a little break to eat some food, because usually I eat something before the stream, but I have not had the chance. Well, this is going to be in my head until the end of time, isn't it? I love Ishtola's outfit. Everyone's new outfits is good. I was a big fan of like the you get like the fur shoulders. There you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the 12s would, this forest has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed.
Slitherbough is the largest of the blessed settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood. I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are a simple people. Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come.
We're gonna have to try and get Y'shtola to recognize my ether, even though I've got Sin Eater within me. So whenever we sneak up on her in the future, she's not like, ah, Sin Eater attack.
I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika.
Yeah, in Final Fantasy 16 Echoes, no, not Echoes, in the Rising Tide, they did a salute, like a little prayer thing that was similar to Final Fantasy 10 too.
In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own.
Okay.
My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I've come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Well, go on then.
Oh, that's why we're here.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the empire of Ronkan. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape.
The double heel spikes? Someone's getting kicked in the face.
Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet...
Blitzer would be an incredible ranged job. I was just thinking it would be fun to just have it in the game, but having it like as a sport, but having it as an actual job or role, that would be pretty awesome. Just throw in the ball.
I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Ishtola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd.
Huh?
But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
Oops.
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
Damn, okay. We got some sass. A little bit of tension in the group there. Not so happy reunions.
That I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
this little place that you've carved out for yourself. Yeah, everybody got such incredible outfit upgrades. Alright, give me a sec. I'm going to turn the heater off now. It's warm. I'm toasty. Meanwhile, Logan is comfortable underneath the covers of my bed, sleeping. Shtola needs some lively brooms and some magic frogs around the place to really drive that point home. And actually, I'm gonna get up again. I'm gonna fill up my water. Shtola staring off into the distance, lost in thought. A day in the neighborhood. I'm not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I expect to continue. Though it heartens me to know some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances, I can but imagine how Alice and Alphino have changed since arriving here in the first. Change is a part of life. We can but hope it's change for the better. You're right. And after my untoward remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worst. I'll have to speak with him later. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Slitherbough. If there's anything you need, pray speak with Runar at the plaza. Slitherbough. Runar. Welcome, friend, welcome. My apologies for our less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? From the Crystarium, I see, and this tablet you brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Raktika. Well, you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Would it be alright if I joined you? course, of course. Anything for the guests of our dear Master Matoya. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may have all perished in the Great Fire. With our priests slain and our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin-Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within whose shadow may have come to find solace. Many have come to find solace. That is not to say there were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sunless sea. I feel whole again. Now that she is with us, I have no doubt the others feel the same. She is as much a part of the Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service to the dark. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now, you should know there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to so long as they reside within Slitherbough. To show reverence to the dark? In a word, yes, but fear not. It is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. Something simple. Should you see any of our people come to this chamber, they have likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Raktika. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. A simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but it is one of the most important. Would you two kneel for just a moment that I might rid you of the light's impurity? Well, considering I am absolutely full of light, that's probably not going to work out for you, but we'll see how we go. He just cleanses me of my Sin-Eater powers, and then it manifests right in front of us. Hello, Dex. How's your mount going? Which mount did you get? First of many. Now mount your way over to Shadowbringers. As Runar lightly sprays you with water, your skin begins to tingle. Ah, this is acid! Ah! And with that, you've been cleansed of the light's blighted touch. How do you feel? Ah, yeah, oh. I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way? Water? No. This is Ronso piss. Only blessed by our priests, they are practiced in the arcane arts. As such, it is said their prayers imbue the water with a faint, dark energy. A prickling sensation. No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before. I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange. The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effect, unless... By the gods, Master Matoya was right, you are Sin-Eaters! Bro. I jest. What you felt was likely no more than the chill of the water. Or the fact that the two of us have so much light within us, it's crazy. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbough. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alin Tuta, In the language of Ronkan, it is one of several ways one might say good evening. The world is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe. Is there a handshake or gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone. You need not worry. Merely speak the words Alan Tutor, and they will know you as friends of the blessed. I will await your return here. Now go. They are like to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. Go up to people and go. And that lets them know that you're a friend. Go up to the placid elder and go, nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. And they'll they'll definitely know that you're a friendly guy. I will await your return here. It didn't work. Oh, hold on. I targeted you, and I said... Oh, hang on. I did shift, didn't I? Hold on. I put a little slash in front of it. That's my bad. The elderly woman smiles warmly. It's not Apocalypse playing Final Fantasy XIV unless he doesn't get stuck on how to greet people with the text chat. Newly come traveller, Alan Chisi, and welcome to Slitherbough. You must forgive us if we seem strangely reserved. We are a quiet and taciturn people. Silent and serene as the sunless sea, the quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the woods. Remember Metal Gear Solid 5? No one does. The most forgettable Metal Gear Solid of all time. Metal Gear Solid is a dead series. No, I'm kidding. I will never forget Metal Gear Solid 5, Ryan. And I can't wait for Delta. It's going to be so much fun to play. Oh, away with you. Fuck. Hang on, sorry. Alan Chisi. Welcome, friend. I take it you will remain in these woods for some time, yes? Be wary of these woods. You will find poison and they are everything you see. But fear not. Our medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask and it is yours. I'll have the switch up. Away with you. Oh, friend. Fancy some tea? Team get fired? No. Everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but I'm already starting to feel at home. There's still much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now that they've built such a thriving community. Judging by the glint in Runar's eye, there is more for you to learn about Slitherbough. Ah, you are returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It has been too long since we have had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions or there is anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodgings for your stay. As friends of Master Matoya, we cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand, it would be my pleasure. We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. The task I have in mind is simple enough. All I ask is you take that jug and water the crops in the square. May I help too? Of course, one of you can do the filling and the other the watering. Speak with Ursabel when you have finished. She will be relieved to hear the crops have been tended to. While you take care of that, I will see to your room and a warm meal. Right then, I'll fill, you water. This was the only jug I could find which was small enough to lift, but I'm afraid there's a crack in the bottom. You need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out. Take the jug of water to the square before the contents leak out. You'll have 45 seconds to complete the task. Should you fail, return to Minfilia and try again. You've watered half the plot. Fetch another jug to take care of the rest. Was there enough water for the plot? No. Only half, I see. Let me refill the jug for you. Take another jug of water to the square before the contents leak out. 30 seconds, oh my god. The whole plot has now been thoroughly watered. Ursabel. Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you need of something? You watered the crops. Ah, my apologies for not noticing sooner. I've been rather distracted of late. Watering the crops was always Toddy's duty, but she is no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything else we can do to help? We could plant something if you'd like. There is no need. The plot is small, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. I don't know how you manage. If the Blessed not considered leaving, life would surely be easier almost anywhere else. I can understand why you might say that. The easiest path is not always the right one. Tell me, do you know our history? How our faith came to be? Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed were initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community, which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Rak'Tika Greatwood. I see you have read your history. But there is a history that is told, and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything. Their homes, their loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those lost to the flood when their bodies were reborn as sin eaters. The people were without answers, without hope, their gods having drowned along with everything else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. But soon they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness. And in that truth, they found new faith, a belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond these burning skies, in the sunless sea above. That is why we pray for the safe passage of wayward souls unto that blessed black abyss, for the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remain in these woods for the self-same reason our founders first chose them, that we may lead lives of simplicity, with the shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. With so many seeking paradise in Eulmore, it's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. You are kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldly possessions. In times such as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy they have left us. This we must do for them, our children, and generations yet unborn. To keep their legacy alive. We learn and Runar has more work to be done. No! Done tending to the crops already? Very good. Should not be long before your room is ready. Runar! In the woods, sin eaters. I fear they may have the touch. Where? In the grove to the southwest. For a mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Slitherbough. And we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside the village until they have moved on. But sir, what of Todia's Heartstone? It must be retrieved before the service. Of all the times for sin eaters to appear, are you going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beast down, but if they indeed have the touch, I will not risk them corrupting one of our own. What was that you said about a stone? A few days passed. Todia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her heartstone. All of the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It is custom to present the heartstone of the deceased at their funeral as an offering to the heavens. But now, if I could find it for you? I've experienced fighting Sin Eaters, and the light's corruption does not touch me like it does others. Master Matoya called you Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia, descended from the Oracle? Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the blessed. I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need and I can help. Please, let me do this. Very well, but if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service. I nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do? Don't worry, I'll come with you. Thank you. With you at my side, I'm certain we can deal with them in no time at all. Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you both. Is this gonna be our ether current? Barthol. It's in a hurry, but not in such a hurry that he would deny a helping hand. You're that guest Master Matoya was telling us about. Please, you have to help me. I've searched high and low, but I can't find my friend Karnas anywhere. I fear he's run off to Fort Gone again. He's gone. That's where we grew up, but it was abandoned years ago after the Sin Eaters attacked. The place is teeming with all manner of beasts now. Master Matoya has expressly forbidden anyone from setting foot there. I don't know what's gotten into him lately, but we have to find him before he gets hurt. If you should find him first, you'll want to tell him our password, Tuk-Tu. He's the skittish sort, so don't delay in telling him so he'll know you mean no harm. The exit. This is the exit? No. The exit is here. EXP bonus. Let's do it. EXP bonus. Get off the thing. return a bunch of poison urn fragments to him. While also getting attacked by flamingos. My lunch has arrived, so I'm just going to quickly grab that, everyone. Decent amount of experience. Okay, so there you are. Okay. Yep. You're from Slitherbough. Vauthry must have sent you then. I was fine until that damned beetle. It's only a scratch, but I'm starting to feel numb and my vision's grown clouded. Worst of all, I dropped my vial of serum somewhere in these damned woods. Could you find it for me? So after we do this quest, you want to watch the trailer. I'm going to eat some food at the same time. Probably not at the exact same time, but it is also when I'm going to eat my food. So everybody tell your friends. We're about to go and watch the fucking trailer. It's the whole reason everyone's here. After I watch the trailer, we'll just buy a story skip on the expansion and go straight into Endwalker. Real talk though, I'm actually kind of impressed at the amount of hype that surrounds a trailer, because I haven't really got that before. So this is kind of like everybody freaking out over a trailer. So it better be good. There you are. Did you find it? Yes. Thank you. I should be fine now after a bit of rest. What were you thinking coming back here? You could have been killed. I had to, Vauthry, for my father. There you go. Okay, so our destination is close by. We're going to turn down our lucky music. Just for now. Actually, it's probably better to just turn that off. Turn sounds off when the window is not active. Then I will do this. And then we can watch this. So this is the Shadowbringers. I'm assuming it's Shadowbringers full trailer. That's very true, actually. Could watch it on the title screen, but that would involve me having to log out. Right, is everybody ready? Everybody's sat with their snacks and their popcorn for the Shadowbringers trailer. Get a ready check on a trailer. Okay, I'm going in. Okay, so this is Stormblood. Because it's picking up exactly after.
How many years have come and gone since that day?
Oh, dude. Xenos in cinematic. Whoa.
How many years
his
have I
body
waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm.
Dude.
For the one they called.
Hell yeah.
The warrior of light.
Damn, we flashing through everything we've ever done. Weary wanderer. Oh my god. No fights left to fight. No life left to live. We're being mocked. Oh shit. And I know what this is now. Bro, this music. Get revenge on that Sin Eater, dude. Oh, fuck. Okay.
What sayest thou, Master Matoya?
What sayest thou, Master Matoya?
We may accept this fate, or defy it, but we cannot deny it.
Whoa, okay.
Deny? I am not wont to run from my troubles.
So that's the event that they were just talking about, where that place burned down. Love that Urianger. No! Not the Dragoon getting beaten. Off, dude.
Until our friend returns, I will hold the line.
That is Tola reveal, though. Eulmore. Oh my god! Oh, dude, that's so sick. The Fat Cats and Grapes. Oh. And Thancred and Minfilia. Oh shit, and that's Vauthry's Sin Eater.
This town certainly has changed, and not at all for the better.
Bro. Yeah, okay, Thancred.
I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Minfilia.
Whoa, dude, this trailer is so hype, but it shows so much. That's crazy. This trailer shows so much, dude. The era. And the Crystal Tower, bro.
This tragedy, greater even than the seventh umbral calamity, must be undone. If history must be unwritten,
bro,
let it be unwritten.
The visuals here are crazy.
Become what you must.
Oh, embracing darkness. The warrior of darkness. Oh, man. And the parting of the light sea that we did, too. Holy crap.
The warrior of darkness.
It's Mobius. Shadowbringers. Holy shit, dude. That's such a hype trailer. That came out close to my birthday. That's such a crazy trailer. There's so many cool things in there, but I'm glad that we waited. I know that a lot of people like to make excuses for trailers because everyone has different opinions on trailers and stuff in general. But like me personally, and this is well established by now, I like to go in without having nothing because I tend to be quite observant of details, and there's a lot of things that are just blatantly shown to you as well in this trailer. So it reveals Minfilia, it reveals locations, it reveals all of the scions, you know. Also, I don't understand the comment of main quest assumes you've seen this, as these are all past events. That doesn't make any sense. I don't get that. Because this is all stuff that is yet to come up. In regards to at least Urianger and Like, I get the Urianger and Ishtola and then the rescue of Minfilia. Like, that obviously happens before we arrive. But also, it just shows us that stuff ahead of time. I liked having it revealed to us in the game, because it does it in the game. Like, it reveals Urianger's new outfit to you as if it's the first time that you're seeing it, you know? But yeah, it reveals a lot. It's a really fucking good trailer. It's gorgeous. The music's amazing. Visually, it looks stunning. I love that he's like cycling through all the jobs until he lands on Dark Knight. But it's great to be able to see this in context of like the Sin Eaters and Eulmore and you know, Raktika as well, that we've like just arrived to. Does your casual showcase of the Vieira and stuff as well. It's very interesting because you get like this vibe just from the trailer alone. You're like, oh, are we the baddies now? We're like fighting against light. So I love the context of being able to understand that. Also, the shot of parting the light sea is so iconic in the game. When you actually do that, it's just so amazing. But you know, when you're saying the Minfilia is a fake spoiler since we know it's not the one we knew, but like it's still Minfilia. So it's not really a fake spoiler. It's like it's revealing that obviously Minfilia is in the expansion in this way. So very cool though, with our fancy gunbreaker Thancred. That's awesome. Then you embrace the darkness. Very good. Very good. Yeah, she looks a lot younger. So obviously you start learning about things. But yeah, I like getting my reveals in the game itself. And that's what I do for all of my blind playthroughs, you know? That's why I've always said, like, I never really understand. There are some YouTube channels that do, like, I'm reacting to every game trailer of the whole series before I even start. And I'm like, why would you do that? Alphino's little cheeky mention of how many years has it been, making you think that there's going to be like a year's time skip between Stormblood and Shadowbringers. But then it turns out it's because years have passed in the reality of which he was taken to. I'm going to eat my lunch for a little bit here. So please do stick around, but take a little break. I'm going to let some ads play while I'm eating my lunch. So if you could just let the stream play, even just like muting it, that would be much appreciated to help support the stream while I have my lunch. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, let's continue, shall we? Let's keep gaming. No worries at all. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Hope you can catch the VOD at a later date. I would try and pronounce the username, but like, there's a lot going on there. There, the Sin Eaters. Oh shit, okay. Hey, there's multiple of these. Here's me thinking that the one that we killed in that dungeon was actually gonna be like a special one. I was hoping there would only be one. There's no way we can search for the stone without dealing with them first. Get to it then. What? Shouldn't we make a plan first? Though there are only two. I'll draw one of them away. You can deal with the other. Yeah, what used to be a boss comes back as a regular mob. Because it's such a crazy design. I love it so much. You may have defeated the Dragoon in the trailer, but I'm built different. No wing cut off this time. How's Minfilia going with hers? God, you really... Did you have to take it so far away? Just round the corner would have been fine. Oh, it's dead. There you go. How you doing? Omega. There you are. It's done. Though, I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise. I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find that Heartstone. You said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the brush. Okay, this is a wide search area. No trace. No trace. You brush away the leaves and uncover a brilliant green gem. Yeah. Yes. Elden Ring, that whole thing. A game that delayed Dawn Trail's release. Did you have any luck? It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Thancred said you were a man of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I'm to be even half the hero you are. The hero she was. Oh, I'm sorry, forget I said anything. You should hurry back to Slitherbough. Runar and the others are probably worried. Why not? Thank goodness you're safe. I had begun to fear the worst. By all that is dark, you found it. We can proceed with our service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits onto the sunless sea in the hereafter. Even should we be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. Runar lets out a sigh of relief. Oh, I got a Titania card. Cool. Why does it sort like that? This helmet actually goes with this outfit quite well. And it's got cat ears. It's a pretty suitable helmet with this fit. I won't lie. Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the blessed. I must insist you and your friends attend Todia's service as honored guests. There is still much we must do to prepare, but please go and inform the others it will be held in the Darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. Omega and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away, and we helped them recover a lost heirloom out in the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. They were Sin Eaters, and as long as he accompanies you, but do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse. How did you... Let's just say a little bird told me, and it's telling me now that Omega has business with us. Is something the matter? They've asked us to attend the service. Of course we'll go. It's being held in the Darker, is it? We'll take care not to be late, I promise. I love the music in this place. The elderly woman hands you a candle. She then points over at a nearby corner where you might place it.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
Let us begin. I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menin. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers. We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
Sorry, chat. My new postman is a bit of a dick, and he never leaves my stuff at the door, even though I'm like in a secluded stuff, though it's like it's always safe to leave packages, and I leave instructions to like leave it at my door because it's safe to do so. But he's like one of those postmen that like he'll knock at the door, and if you don't answer it immediately, he's like they go and take it somewhere that I have to go and pick it up, which is really annoying. So apologies. It's like as soon as I hear my door, I have to like fucking run to like get it.
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
Wow, all the other stones that are in there too.
Call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul unto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her unto paradise everlasting.
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks. The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
I should like to have met her.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing. Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars. We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will? Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact. Urianger and I have finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
It's a very, very beautiful scene, but yeah, as soon as you see all the other gemstones light up, you're like, I get it. Good, you're here. Thanks to the Exile's gift, our next course of action is now clear. Y'shtola seems quite pleased with herself, but whether she has good or bad news to share remains to be seen. Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. Initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkan Empire and was likely written under the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war with neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. Do you think this ancient petition will somehow get us into Imaja? Sorry, it was, how do they pronounce it? It's Ishmaya? Ishmaya, I think. Indeed, we do. For etched into this tablet is a method by which one may prove themselves an ally of the Ronkan Empire. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the ruin's protectors to grant us safe passage. The problem is, however, I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkan text and translations into a more modern dialect which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I am confident it will suit our purposes. Where can we find this monument? Here in Sitia, quite close to Slitherbough, in fact. The good news ends there, however, for it is in the possession of a rather radical faction of Dark Worshippers, the Children of the Everlasting Dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text I need. To ensure that I will have enough, I'm afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. And before you even ask, the answer is no. If we're to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. Alright, I'll stay here until you return. It won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe. And let us convene outside, to the west of Slitherbough, where the path diverges. Nice. Ixmaya. There's a lot of quests in this area. A lot of exclamation marks. Set. The encampment we seek is to the north, but it would be foolish to simply rush in. A guard has been posted at Cleric to keep watch over the children. Perhaps he has aught to share of their recent activity, but we must tread carefully. There is a chance we may encounter them along the way. Stay close and stay alert. I would avoid a confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming that in doing so they cleanse their victims of sin and usher them unto the sunless sea. I would rather not sully my hands defending myself against such madmen. Oh, and I didn't even have to use my compass for this one. Hey, no worries, Gabrielle. I hope that you're going to enjoy the full VOD. Child of the Everlasting Dark. By the blessed dark. Oh, goodness, you're unharmed. would have arrived sooner, but we too had a rather unwelcome visit from the children. You are an acquaintance of Master Matoya, then. My apologies. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought to take a closer look. I was careless. Strange? What have you seen? At first, there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary, the usual gathering of ingredients for poisons from flora and fauna. Then I took notice of their venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in much greater numbers. It's as if they're preparing for something. Spider army. Any ideas as to what? Could be anything, really. If it meant the end of the Blessed, nothing would be too cruel or violent for them. Perhaps we can use their present preoccupation with spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nests where they keep them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are a natural predator of spiders. Set them loose on the nests and we would have our opportunity to sneak into our encampment. To their encampment. What a mischievous plan. I like it. With a bit of smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure their hives. Have you anything we might be able to use? We should have smoke bombs at the outpost just over there. Then it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about for beehives. I imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once they're knocked out, take the beehives and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. Beehive. Use a smoke bomb. Use a smoke bomb in the beehive. Hey, yeah, smoke them out. The bees begin to swarm. Okay, guys, can you not kill the bees? I have to capture the bees. Apparently I'm allowed to just use the sack on the beehive, so that's lucky. It seems that this is actually the one time that it operates differently, that you're actually supposed to kill them first, and then you use the sack on the hive. So that's kind of funny, because usually what they've done before is you have to weaken them and then capture them in every single time we've done a quest similar to this. So this is a pretty funny change. That's why the first time I was like, I tried to capture them and I'm like, oh, they're dead. So at least you can't mess that up. The guard returned to Slitherbough, but not before offering his thanks. As for the beehives, Thancred and I were successful in acquiring what we need. How did you fare? Bees. This is more than enough. The children are certain to be displeased. Let us hurry before the bees begin to stir. Level up! Y'shtola is ready to move. The children's settlement is to the west, a place they call Woven Oath. According to the guard, there is an airway apart from the entrance, which leads to the spiders' nests. If the fates are kind, the way will be clear. There's the airway. Do you see it? A bit far, perhaps, but we should be able to toss the bag, though. Though we should probably loosen the ropes, keeping it closed. Enough that it falls open when it lands inside. Yeah, I do the honors. I'll get it first time. That should do it. Now we wait. What is that? Bees by the abyss, they're everywhere. Help! Someone help! We have to save the spiders. Sounds like our plan is working. Still, it is quite likely not all were drawn away from their posts. Still, it is quite likely. And then we'll arrive there and there will just be like... the bees have befriended the spiders and then we have to fight a bee spider army. If you should come to blows with the children, I'll see to it that any signs of struggle are concealed. Failing that, I'll create a distraction to buy Y'shtola more time. Should anyone get past me, it falls to you to guard her. Your concern is appreciated, but I sincerely doubt it will come to that. Why do I get the feeling you enjoy the idea of my loafing around bored in the shadows? Come now, Thancred. The shadows are a fitting place for a warrior of darkness. Now, if you both are ready... opposites. No, auto run. Auto run doesn't have auto jump. Hey guys, see ya. The everlasting dark worshippers being like, what the fuck? Hey, can't you see we're having a conversation? The font of seeing suggests this is a chamber for prayer. At the very least, they would not place this near potential distractions from their worship. Perhaps the monument is further in. Yes, this is it. I'll be but a moment. Keep watch of the entryway. On second thought, would you mind examining the murals on these walls while I look over this? As that's the whole gang. Oh, that's the Warrior of Darkness and his crew. At a glance, I can tell they are old, predating the founding of the Blessed, and the Children, in fact. We're not like to come here a second time. It would behoove us all to learn what we can. Wow, some familiar-looking figures on the wall there. More. Examine the murals and take note of what events they may depict. The mural appears to be ancient. A warrior in the middle stands triumphant over what appears to be a creature of shadow. Other figures surround the warrior, rejoicing in their victory. Mobius. There's nothing to gain from staring at my backside. Now please, I need to concentrate. The mural appears to be very old. A ruler sits atop a throne attended by their subjects. The mural appears to be fairly old. A knight shields himself and their comrades from an encroaching darkness. The central figure is considerably faded.
These paintings, they seem familiar. Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Ronkan, and this. There was a man, a researcher who pored over these pieces. He offered us work when we needed it, slaying beasts, delivering provisions. A funny old bugger he was, but he had a good heart. He believed this first painting dated back to a time of myth and legends, a tribute to the heroes of a long-forgotten era. The story went that it was rediscovered by an explorer from Ronkan, who was so struck by its majesty that a second painting was commissioned, commemorating the heroes of their day. One day you will all be here too, he said. Heroes immortalized forever. Maybe I'll paint you myself? I had a good laugh at that. We were only trying to make our way after all. Being heroes couldn't have been further from our minds.
That's really interesting.
He actually went and did it. Before or after the flood, I wonder.
They got their mural.
Rather faded, isn't it? Compared to the others. Or did someone try to scrape it off the wall? Well, maybe the man himself once he came to his senses.
It does look like it's been scraped.
Do you suppose your deeds will warrant an addition to this collection? Or some other kind of monument?
There you are. I have everything I need. Let us quit this place. Is something the matter? We should go. The others are waiting.
Something the matter? Yes. My invisible friend. I believe I now have everything needed to finish deciphering the tablet. Tell me, Omega, did the murals appear to be of any significance? Depictions of heroes from the Age of Gods, the Ronkan Empire, and immediately before the Flood. Very astute observations. Perhaps in another lifetime you could be a curator of antiquities. Yeah, but also when we talk about Y'shtola's blindness, it's like Y'shtola can't see Ardbert, but Y'shtola does know that there's murals on the wall. Do the murals haven't... They were painted with ether. Though it has no bearing on the task at hand, perhaps that my knowledge may prove to be of use in the future. An unwanted proposal. Y'shtola's thirst for knowledge sated, she seems content to return to Slitherbough. Let us hurry. The others are waiting. After we've returned, the two of you should rest a while. No doubt Runa will be eager to have you sample his cooking. As soon as I discover anything of import, you will be the first to know. Everything has ether in the Final Fantasy XIV world except for Ardbert. No more free Aetheryte ticket pop-ups. Valan is gravely concerned for a friend. Say, aren't you Omega? Master Matoya speaks quite highly of you. I'm sure you've more important things to concern yourself with, but I need help, and there's no one else I can turn to. It's my friend, Quinfort. Ever since we were young, he's always excelled in the arcane arts. In fact, even now, he's in training to become a priest of the Knights Blessed. Perhaps of the greatest of his gifts is clairvoyance, but I fear it's taken a toll on his mind of late. He's always been different, but not like this. He's changed, frighteningly so. The others think him no stranger than usual, but they're wrong, and I mean to prove it. You don't know him like we do, which is precisely why I'd like you to talk with him, to get an objective opinion on the matter. Assuming we find out what ails him, I hope there's a way to cure it. Oh, Jesus Christ. As foretold by the will of the wood, we meet at last. I've been expecting you, Omega. Shh, no one else must hear of this. Not yet. My dreams are plagued with visions of the future. Calamity is upon us, and each night I witness our impending doom. But hope is not yet lost, for the dreams speak to me of a savior in the form of a great serpent. It was revered as a god in the days of the Ronkan Empire, and I believe it yet lives in the Greatwood, waiting to be roused from slumber. It has many names. Many would call it the Protector, some the Great Destroyer. The will of the wood demands I find this great serpent. It is our only hope of salvation. I've been chosen, Omega, to be the savior of Slitherbough. So this is where you two have been hiding. Now that you've gotten to know each other, what do you think? These dreams are an ill omen. You believe him? Oh dear, I fear I made a terrible mistake. Please don't tell me you two have communed with the will of a star or some such nonsense. Actually, about that. Valan, please, we are in the midst of a most important discussion. When you first began talks of these dreams and delusions, I held my peace, but I won't let you drag anyone else into this. Such narrow-minded thinking is why only I have been chosen by the wood, by the great serpent. Yes, Quinfort, whatever you say. Mocked me for the last time, Valan. I will summon the great serpent this very day and prove to you the truth of my visions. Quinfort, wait, where are you going? To meet with misfortune would likely bring him to his senses, but he's my friend. I can't stand the thought of him getting hurt out there. Will you help me look for him? If anything should happen to him, I'll never forgive myself. Let's go see about this, let's go see about this here great serpent. Yeah, I really got that nod prompt on lock. You can feel it. Over there, I think I see him. Good eyesight. They're pretty fucking far away. Stoic nod indeed. Enough, Gwenfort. Even you should recognize the danger of wandering off alone in these woods. You really have gone mad, haven't you? Mock me all you like, Vauthry. But now you will bear witness to the truth with your own eyes. Behold, the divine protector of Ronkan, the great serpent of legend. No, it can't be. Look at its little mouth. That's the great serpent. I see nothing great about that. What is it exactly? I refuse to believe that's a serpent. Please tell me you're joking. Do not be jealous, Vauthry. The will of the wood works in mysterious ways, and this serpent is the key to our deliverance. Incredible. He's a tiny worm. Amazing. Oh. It does continue, but with no ether current. It is a blue quest. We'll have to make a note of the quest line. I'll accept the quest. I'll accept the quest, just so I have it in my journal. Great Serpent of Ronkan. Oh, Great Serpent, I beseech you, grant me the strength to defend the Knights Blessed, to stay the impending calamity that threatens the Greatwood. Scream! I can't believe this is happening. Look, if you want to keep that thing as a pet, I won't stop you, but we should return home. No, you're right. To remain here any longer could place the Great Serpent in danger. The question is, how do we transport it? I will not stand to see the Great Serpent debase itself, crawling on its belly like a snake. Just pick the damn thing up and let's go. By the Abyss, Vauthry, show some respect. I should be the one to carry it, but I fear I am yet unworthy of such a burden. Gree. But you could protect the Great Serpent from the threats of the Greatwood, be they beasts or sin-eaters. Now you mean to drag Master Matoya's guest into your schemes? What will the others think when he walks into the Slitherbough hosting that thing about? Here, put it in the sack. I will do no such thing. It's clean, dry, and most importantly, you can bring it into Slitherbough unnoticed. Fine. Listen, Omega, the fate of the Greenwood quite literally rests in your hands. It goes without saying we can't afford any mishaps. I suppose we've had no choice but to help him. I'll go ahead and find a place to keep his pet away from prying eyes. Deliver the snake-filled sack to Vauthry and Slitherbough. You will have 150 seconds to complete the task. Should you fail, return to the starting location and begin anew. Be wary of attacks from enemies, which will sap your strength. Okay. At least I don't have to put it in a sack and then leave the quest alone this whole time, because that's what I was going to do. It's in the journal. The Great Serpent can relax for a little bit longer. It's pretty funny though. Omega, the guard told me you left with Master Matoya to Woven Oath. And no sooner do you return than she locks her away in her chambers without so much of a word. She knows how I worry when she leaves without telling me. She is safe, and that is all that matters. Runa, you need to settle down, buddy. Runa's going crazy. I think this man's gonna lose his mind. Just because his Tola has some independence. You must be hungry after such a journey. Why not have a seat there by the fire? The stew will soon be ready. Just a cat boy and a Ronso, 5 feet apart.
Strange. The others on patrol should have returned by now. Our food will be overcooked if we wait any longer. We will just have to start without them. Would you call Master Matoya and the others?
I tire of these games, Urianger. Why do you pretend you cannot see it?
Ooh.
The blessing may spare him the fate of becoming a Light Warden. But you cannot be blind to the nascent corruption. He is not as he was in the Source.
Ooh.
Though I have no proof, I fear that the light which poured forth from the Wardens was not negated at all. I fear it was absorbed, that he has been suffused with their light.
Though I have given thought to this possibility, I dare not speak until more is known.
By the time you deign to enlighten us, it may be too late, if it is not already. Urianger, I know full well, after all these years, that you have only the best of intentions. But that does not make it any easier to put my faith in a man so infatuated with secrecy. I have had my suspicions ever since the Exarch bade you speak that day. But now I must ask. The 8th Umbral Calamity and all that followed, everything you claim to have seen, did you?
Help! Someone help! The Eulmorans have come for us! We're under attack!
Whenever I think about, you know, a character having a vision, meanwhile in Eulmore, whenever I think about a character having a vision, I always think about how the characters are just going to inadvertently make the vision come true, trying to avoid it, because that is such a typical thing. I will do everything I can to avoid the 8th Umbral Calamity. Oh shit, I caused it. Now this should be a scene. The Exarch and Vauthry.
Lord Vauthry, how good it is to see you. How long has it been? Not since your inauguration, unless I'm mistaken. Too long, at any rate. May I say how humbled I am to be invited not only into your city, but your home. You are as generous as ever.
And you as disingenuous. Let us dispense with the pleasantries. This merry band of dissidents people are calling warriors of darkness, they have slain sin-eaters, and by all accounts the Crystarium is complicit in their villainy. And now I hear reports of your people obstructing my soldiers, so I must ask, what exactly do you think you are doing?
They really make use of the space, right? Good shots, good cinematography. Right? Definitely fills up the shot.
I might ask you the same thing. It should be clear, even to you, that defeating the Light Wardens represents the world's only hope of survival.
That cup is so big.
Even now, the people of Lakeland and Eulmore rejoice in the return of night. For 100 years, they yearned for a means to fight back against the Sin-Eaters, and at last they have found one. Yet you choose to stand idly by and do nothing. Why?
Why? Because this hope you cling to is nothing more than a fever dream, an exercise in futility. Even should you slay the Sin-Eaters, the world as we know it is beyond salvation. With what little land and resources remain, the people would be free only to starve. Before long, they would turn to violence, then to war, and ultimately usher themselves unto oblivion. They require a firm hand to shepherd them from the edge. The hand of a king. Nay, a god. I will see their dreams fulfilled, their wishes granted. I will give them peace, order, and they shall never want for bliss. Men are fickle creatures who entertain vague ideals without the faintest notion what they cost. But a little fear can go a long way towards helping them realize what it is they truly need. Sanctuary. And they shall find none in this world save that which I afford them. That is why the Sin-Eaters exist. To unite the world under my dominion.
A paradise fit to grace the 8th Umbral era.
What was that?
What was that?
A minor epiphany, nothing more. You have always held sway over those around you. Those who defy you must submit or die. What sits before me is the inevitable result of bloated privilege and unchecked power.
You tell him.
But man is more resilient than you think. His achievements are not the product of violence and bloodshed, but compassion and understanding. This calamity is but another crisis to be overcome. And we will, once we eliminate the Sin-Eaters.
You poor deluded fool. These people care not for the morrow. They care only for the now. And the contentment they lack. What good is a paradise to them if it is 1,000 years in the making? Or even 100?
You underestimate them, Lord Vauthry. They see further than you think. I have beheld it in the blood and sweat and tears of those who would sacrifice everything for a future they may never know. That their children may never know.
Exactly.
I have beheld it in the hopes and dreams of those who came before, which we bequeath to those who come after, that they might in turn build upon the foundations laid by our forebears. These are the bonds which hold man and his world together, not your gilded chains. And I will resist your every effort to shackle him.
In summary, you will continue to support the villains hunting my Sin Eaters?
Bro really said TLDR.
With tremendous enthusiasm, for I have faith in the future they would build.
Why do I even bother? Fools, the lot of you! So naive! So painfully predictable! Did you imagine I did not know your mind? That I would wait until after this meeting to dispatch my forces? Even as we speak, they march to the Sin Eaters' defense. Insurrection will not be tolerated! The people of this world are mine to rule, mine to command. And you are no exception.
Damn. He was just a hologram.
What? How did he? Insolent swine! I will not stand for this! Do you hear me?
God damn. The Sin Eaters put up with that tantruming. XIV was like, psych. I would never come here in person. I was a Force ghost. Jeez. Oh shit. Hello. And the Eulmorean army has arrived once more. We should totally fuck them up.
You speak for the Knights Blessed?
I do. I presume that is your doing. If you have come to parley, I must insist that you first return him to us.
You're in no position to make demands. By Lord Vauthry's decree, Raktika now falls under the governance of Eulmore. You will henceforth answer to us.
Is that so? And the children of the Everlasting Dark have acquiesced to this madness.
We have reached an accord, yes?
Yes.
Too many times have the Knights Blessed shunned Eulmore's overtures of friendship. The risk that you harbor hostile intentions has grown too great to ignore. Therefore, his lordship has claimed dominion over this forest and bestowed executive authority upon the children of the Everlasting Dark.
In his wisdom, Lord Vauthry has agreed to recognize ours as the only permissible expression of dark worship. It's one true faith.
Okay.
You and your false creed are a blight on these woods. A foul, unholy corruption that must be cleansed.
Yeah, you guys can do what you want until I get what I want, and then I will stop giving you what you want.
Little wonder the Warrior of Darkness visits both Lakeland and Eulmore, yet shuns Rak'Tika. Your perverted teachings hold blessed Shadow at bay.
You have accepted the yoke of Eulmore to spite us, then? Fools! Darkness will never return to these skies while they hold sway.
Those of you minded to obey his lordship are to make for Woven Oath with all haste. We will leave you, but you may have time to prepare.
Woven Oath? Are you suggesting we abandon our faith to join those zealots?
What has your faith afforded you thus far? Nothing! We will guide you along the righteous path.
And should we refuse?
Anyone found here upon our return will be considered a traitor to Eulmore, and dealt with as such.
We will discuss these developments after I have tended to our casualty.
It's heating up. Yeah, you guys can be the darkness group. We promise. We promise that you guys can be the darkness group. The guard has been afflicted with a most terrible and officious poison. We have attempted all manner of healing incantations. Alas, his condition remains unchanged. At present, we can but slow the poison's advance. I pray it will afford us sufficient time to find a cure. Okay. Urianger wears a somber expression put to the proof. And with that really cool scene between Vauthry and the XIV, Eulmore and Empire at our door, and tensions rising with the Children of Darkness. This is actually going to be where we bring our stream to an end today. So thank you so very much for joining me for some more Shadowbringers. I'm going to be streaming Shadowbringers again tomorrow instead of in 2 days' time, because there has been quite a bit of a wait between the last stream, and I want to keep playing. So we're going to do some more Shadowbringers tomorrow, and what I might do is get into the habit of doing the more frequent Final Fantasy XIV streams, but then make them a little bit shorter. So I won't do 6 to 7 hour streams every day, but I'll do a few hours each day instead, so it'll allow us to sort of consistently go through it. So I'm definitely excited to continue at this point, especially when the Eulmore army shows up in each of the spots. Will we push them back once again? We'll have to see. But thank you so very much for joining me for today's stream. I hope you had a good time. Thank you everyone for joining me. I'll schedule the next stream, and I will see you tomorrow for more Shadowbringers.